The nature in Bulgaria. One can talk a lot about the unique environmental conditions in Bulgaria. Bulgaria occupies an area of only 1.06% of the territory of Europe, but in terms of geography, it's exceptionally diverse. High mountains, crystal lakes, fertile plains and vast golden sand beaches washed by the sparkling waves of the Black Sea. To preserve the biodiversity in the ecosystems and their natural processes, as well as typical or interesting sites and landscapes, a system of protected territories manages about 5% of the country's lands. Bulgaria houses the oldest nature park on the Balkan Peninsula, Vitosha. The Parangalica Reserve in Rila preserves parts of the oldest fir forests in Europe. Some of the spruce trees there are more than 60 meters high. Bulgaria's largest reserve is the Lopushnica in Stranja Mountain. It's home to a centuries-old pristine forest. And in the Bortin Reserve, under the Tetevenska Baba Peak, visitors can see 200-year-old beech forests. Some of the hardest to reach but extremely beautiful places are located in the Gendema Reserve. Here, nested on the south slopes of the Balkan Mountain, there are dreadful abysses, high waterfalls and vertical rocks. The Srebrna Reserve is also very famous. It's included on the UNESCO Global Heritage List. On an area of 6 square kilometers, there are 140 species of swamp and water birds. Here you can see a real pelican. In the Poda protected area, 265 bird species can be seen on an area of 1 square kilometer, one of the richest areas in Europe in terms of ornithology. 2 of the main bird migration routes pass through Bulgaria, the Via Pontica and the Via Aristotelis. The following areas are of great importance for maintaining the ecological balance: the vast wetlands along the Bulgarian Black Sea shore and those along the Danube River. An evidence of the exceptional value of the Pirin National Park is its inclusion on the UNESCO Global Heritage List. The Rila and the Central Balkan National Parks are part of the European Network of National Parks, PAN-Parks. This is an international confirmation of their preserved and well-managed wild nature, the importance of the biodiversity inside them, and their role for social development through sustainable tourism. A great treasure are also the multiple karst springs and cave formations, the rivers full of Balkan trout, the interesting rock formations and the forests inhabited by wild animals. This is Bulgaria's nature, incredibly beautiful, diverse and preserved. Today, more than 30% of the country's territory is part of Natura 2000, a European network of protected territories aiming to ensure the long-term survival of the most precious and endangered species and habitats in Europe.